Paulding County 911. What is the location of your emergency?
It is at the Georgian. A small plane just crashed.
Where at the Georgian?
Right along the roadway.
What roadway?
I heard it hit, like...
What roadway?
The entranceway.
Off of 61 or off of Townsend?
You're coming in, it's on the left side, but I don't see any smoke, but it made a heck of a noise.
Okay.
I live away from there, but I saw him crash.
Okay, I'm getting the call center for dispatch right now, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
And, but I'm sure there's something really bad going on.
Okay, do you know if it went down in the woods, or can you help me out any more with location?
Like it made quite a noise.
Okay.
Like hitting trees or something.
What's the phone number you're calling me from?
I don't know if anybody else called because I hear no ambulances. I hear no response.
Okay, well I have responders being notified right now. Okay, so you and I talking aren't slowing them down at all, getting out there. Okay.
Okay, good.
Is this a propeller plane, like a single engine prop plane, or was this?
Yes, it was, and it stalled as it was heading towards us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I heard this weird noise. I mean, it didn't sound like it should have. And the next thing you know, it went face down and spiraled, and he tried to make it go up again, and it just didn't.
Okay. Okay, so Earl, I have your location on the map right now. Okay, so if I'm looking out, if I'm at your house and I'm looking towards 61 from your house, okay. Can you tell me, was the plane heading north when it went down? So it would have been north of Georgian Parkway.
It was heading west. It was heading west.
It was heading west off. So it was going over 61, heading towards you.
Yes. And then it made some sputtering sounds, and then he did a hard left, and it just lost altitude quick. I couldn't tell if the motor was still running, but I just saw him make this left turn. I mean, it was awful. And then you hear the crash, and that really makes it bad.
Okay. Do you see any? You don't see any kind of smoke column or smoke head or anything like that?
Nope. I see nothing like that. No.
Okay, so you don't see any flames, nothing.
Nope. Well, I'm a good ways from where I thought he may be going.
Gotcha. Would you be able to help direct responders to the crash site from what you saw?
No, because I'm too far away from it.
Gotcha. But if I send a responder to you, could you point them in a better direction or an area to where to look for the plane?
Sure. Okay. Well, I have a feeling somebody else is gonna.
Gotcha.
They're gonna.
Were any structures struck?
Say again?
Do you know if any structures or buildings were struck?
Well, they could have been. I can't tell. I'm too far away from the other side of the development. I'm 2 streets away from the Georgian Parkway.
Okay. And you're sure it was just a one-engine plane?
Yeah. It was more like a Cessna.
Okay. Okay. So I've got that information still for responders, okay? I'm going to let them know that you can help direct them to the general area, okay, if they meet with you at your house, okay?
Okay.
If anything further changes...
Hopefully they see it when they come in.
Gotcha.
So we can save some time.
Gotcha. If anything further changes, I want you to call me right back on 911 and let me know, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you, sir.
I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.